Hi, I'm David Hankins,
And I'm Paul Hankins.
and we're here talking with our colorist, Julia Cannon. Hi.
Oh,
So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
my name is Julia. I do a lot of like art, and I also do gaming on the side on Twitch, as much as you guys know. I remember a buddy of mine was talking to me about like you guys at one point, and then they mentioned the colorist, and my friend also asked if I was interested. I'm like, yeah, sure, I can give it a shot. And then you guys ended up contacting me about it, and then that's how we're here today.
So, have you always been interested in art?
Yes, I have. Like I've been drawing for as long as I can remember. Like I've taken a couple art classes, like both in like middle school, high school, a few in college, like here and there, even like when I was undecided. And then I just started working better at it, and pretty much have just been working freelance ever since.
Okay. So, what attracted you to Power Squared besides it being a paid gig?
I saw the art style, like it reminded me a lot of like Archie and stuff like that, because like I used to watch those types of cartoons as a kid, like growing up, obviously.
Okay.
And like when I bought the issues, because like I was actually interested in the story. It looked pretty interesting. This like reading over and over,
Okay.
like both with just like reading the story and just trying to find references and stuff.
Okay. That's good enough for me. Is there do you have a particular favorite issue?
Um, I would say about like maybe like issue 7 with Kirby, mostly like an emotional issue. Because like they used to like personally, I've been through like that like thing before, like with like friends and stuff, just trying to think like, oh, these people actually like me, or like just like things like that, like just the whole like, am I not as important anymore, etc., etc.
Huh.
But then like when you realize, yeah, my friends actually care about me, just yeah. But like that one like stuck with me a lot.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite character?
Um, I love Mocha very much. She's like very precious to me. Like just her whole character, and just like her like not really understanding humans. I'm like, oh, you precious child. I know she's not a child, but I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I was just like reading it, and then I'm just like continuing on. I'm like, oh no, sweetie.
Well, then it was good we picked you to narrate, right?
Yeah.
That's good. So, you mentioned school. What kind of formal training have you had in or art?
Actually, before this, I used to be like an artist for someone by the name of like Megan Hatfield. We were in the middle of creating a comic and stuff, but like due to scheduling and just some like other creative stuff, like and just like scheduling, I pulled out of the project. So like I've had experience like with just trying to figure out color schemes for her, and of course just trying to draw out everything else that she needed for both the comic and just other stuff she had on the side. So like yeah.
Okay. Any questions for her?
uh, Not at this exact time.
We prepare so much for these. Um, do you what do you like best about coloring? I guess.
Um, Mostly like the process. Like obviously there's like also cons, but the pros to it is also just trying to figure out like the colors, because that honestly that can be pretty fun. Just trying to mix and match what can work, what cannot work, and like it's an experience. Because like I'm okay with color palettes, but like I know that like sometimes it doesn't work out, which is why I always like go to you guys every now and then, like saying, hey. I think this looks okay, but I'm not sure if this is what you guys want. Is this good? Like, etc. Like the whole thing, and
Yeah.
also just like learning both like how like a colorist would work, and also just trying to figure out like the programs that I work with, because like I've been learning a lot of stuff with like the programs I've been working with. Like just recently I just found a way to make my life so much easier with Clip Studio, and honestly that would have worked out better like a couple of months ago, but if I didn't have this gig I probably wouldn't have known about the way my program works.
Okay.
So it's a good experience either way.
Yeah. um, I guess maybe. So you also like to draw?
Yes, definitely. Like I've always like drawing like ever since like I was a kid. and I've just been like working on it ever since.
Is there a particular thing you like drawing?
I mostly like aim around like the like anime manga genre, but
Yeah.
like I'm like very open like to other stuff. Like I've just been like trying to at least like study other zing. There's like study other like artists because like that's like the only way I can improve, like just repetition and learning.
Is there a particular artist that you like?
Not in particular, though. One of the few like artists I do look up to is like Ross Draws, both in just how he does his stuff and just like the way he explains it. Like he did like a video like a learning session a while back in terms of like how to improve your art style, like how to get better and just like grow as an artist, both like creatively and just like business wise if you ever want to go down that path. So like, and as a person I look up to him as well, so he's pretty cool.
Besides Power Square, what other comic books do you read?
A lot.
I would say, I assume you're reading Power
Yes.
Square.
Quick answer, yes. Short answer, there's this like one book that I always like would go back to every now and then for the art style and the story is this manga called Library Wars. In essence, it's about like censorship and like there's two different things called the Media Betterment Act and the library, and they always fight for like the right for everyone to read what they want because like in this universe, like Japan is highly censored. Like you can't say certain words, you can only read certain books if they allow it. If there's a censored book they'll like take it away, but the library fights for you can read whatever you want and stuff like that. But that's a book I always go back to whenever I'm in a rut. And then for like more like casual stuff I just like browse webtoons or tapas or whatever's there because like I don't know, like they always seem to have like what I like a lot.
All right.
Are you working on any other projects besides Power Square? And it's okay to say yes. We won't be hurt.
uh like I do like little side things here and there, whether if it's like commissions for like say other Twitch streamers, because I also do like emotes and stuff because like if you're familiar with Twitch they have this affiliate thing, so
Yeah.
once you reach affiliate you can like either make your own emotes or commission someone else, and you can use those emotes as like revenue, I want to say, because when you're an affiliate you can gain money like a little bit by ads and also just if people subscribe to you, which is a way for people to use like your custom emotes. So sometimes people will go to me for that, or if they need like either banners or whatever, we usually just talk it out. But like if a friend or like someone comes to me saying, hey, I need something, I'll show them my prices and they're just like, okay, I want this, and then usually it just goes smoothly that way.
That's good.
What other interests do you have?
I don't do it as much anymore because of just like work and life, but I'm starting to get back into like speedrunning, which is like for like and the video game that I'm currently like de-rusting in is Resident Evil 4. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, like I used to run like Resident Evil 4, like not a lot, but like I've gotten a couple of runs in, but usually I'll do that like if I need to just like get away from stuff or
Right.
just play video games in general. Like Dead by Daylight, which is
What's the hardest thing about speedrunning Resident Evil 4?
I want to say some of the glitches we go through
Yeah.
and just the RNG of like the Novista doors or like the big bugs in the castle, if you know what I'm talking about. Those guys are just bullies.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's mostly like with any game, it's like any video game, not even Resident Evil, it's like just the RNG because like you'll never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But it's still fun for me nonetheless.
Let's see. Do you have any question?
So we really appreciate your Twitch stream working on the book.
Oh yeah.
And we were talking to, Rachel was talking about maybe doing the same thing with her art as she's drawing
really?
the book. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah. She's, I think, a little, not going to be doing it right away.
Yeah,
but she's
like,
thinking about it.
yeah.
So we were telling her that, I watched you color and you'll ask me a question that I have to go find Paul to say something.
Oh no.
Well, because I don't want to be like, oh, you gave her that? That was bad. So, but no, I've enjoyed watching you do that. I've missed the last few, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah.
Because I kind of,
Don't worry about it.
all right. Well, anyway, but I want to encourage you to keep doing that and
Yeah,
encourage other people to follow you as we can. I mean, that's how you build, I assume, can make money from Twitch.
Yeah.
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 But we do appreciate you talking about it.
Of course.
Are there any Twitch streamers you'd like to follow?
Like, who do I recommend?
Or just who do you like?
We'd be like, honestly, like, mostly I just follow either like some YouTubers that I follow, like if you guys are familiar with like either like Offline on TV or Lily Pichu or like Michael Reeves, like those guys. And then I usually just follow other friends who also like speedrun, like not just Resident Evil 4, like but like a plethora of games. So like,
Right.
but yeah, like I just follow anyone who I either seem like interesting as a person or if like they're like pretty funny.
So we want to give you an opportunity to plug yourself if you want to, how people can get a hold of you if they want to hire you for a commission or.
Well, like usually I'm streaming on Twitch and I'm pretty active on like Twitter and Instagram. And also if you guys are interested in like rates, if you guys are familiar with the site Ko-fi, Kofi, I believe, I usually have my pricings there and everything's under the same handle, Blythe_POV. So like if you guys want to watch streams or just want a commission for me, just hit me up.
And you want to tell people how you came up with Blythe POV?
Like I was coming home one day and I saw the word Blythe and then I looked up the definition of it and usually like the main premise it meant like carefree. So like when I was thinking about it, okay, like art is pretty carefree, like no matter how you really look at it, honestly. And like the sound of it like sounded like pretty attractive to me. So I ended up just going with it when just trying to find a username for everything and just trying to set stuff up. Cause like the one thing that like when I first started making an Instagram, which my cousin yelled at me for 2 years to make, I was trying to figure out a name, but I didn't want to keep on using my name for everything, just like for the sake of just branding, I guess.
Yeah.
So I decided to go with Blythe after like looking up the word and it just sounded like nice to me. So I just went with that ever since.
Yeah. No, I think that was you told me that story once on Twitch,
Yeah.
and I thought it was a good story.
Yeah.
So I want you to be able to repeat it again. All right. Anything else?
Well, I guess that's it
Okay.
for this call.
So we appreciate you taking the time. It was really great to actually see you.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, appreciate your again taking the time to talk with us, and hopefully we can do this again in the near future.
No problem.
Okay. All right. Well, have a good weekend.
All right, you too.
All right. Thanks.
Bye.
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 Bye.